Hey, everybody. What do you get when you get a fabulous comedian and a lady who promotes and co-founds shows around town? Well, you're going to find out on today's episode of the Cougar-licious Cub House. So take it away.
Cougar-licious, in my power I rise with every step I take. I light up the skies, celebrating me. I'm a star shining bright, enjoying all the eye candy under the moonlight. Oh, Cougar-licious, watch me take my stand, moving to the beat. Come and take my hand.
Yeah. You hear that laughter? Well, get ready for a lot more today. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have two fabulous guests that are going to be visiting us today. We have Lana Green from Mom's Basement and ComedySportz, and we have the fabulous Louie Cordone, who you've seen around town, spreading his comedy all over the place. Before we get started, I want to remind you all to please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel, and you really help it grow, and it keeps coming back to you. You'll be notified for every single episode, so you won't miss out. Yes. So without any further ado, Louie, I want to welcome you into the studio.
Thank you for having me. I like these gold. This is
Aren't
nice.
these nice?
I
These
feel like
are,
Wayne Newton. Remember Wayne Newton?
yeah, class act. And we have Lana Green. And Lana
Hi.
Green. Hey, Lana, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you. You're looking fabulous, lady.
Thank you,
yes,
thank
you
you.
really are. Lana, we're going to start with you. Just talking about Mom's Basement, ComedySportz. You're a co-owner, co-founder, and a woman entrepreneur all around town. Tell us a little bit about how you got started with Mom's Basement. What was the idea behind it? And because it's a fabulous, fabulous black box theater. I love the theater.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So basically, I moved out here from Buffalo, New York in
Hey, that's where I'm
2019.
from.
Is that right?
You are not.
Honest to God.
No.
Go
Oh,
Bills. I mean,
Oh.
I'm sorry, Donna. Go Bills is we have to. Like that's
All
the thing.
right.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
well,
we'll talk after
about
the
that
show.
after.
Don't go anywhere. We got to talk.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
not
yeah.
planned. That was not
That
planned.
is so
It's
crazy.
Where in Buffalo?
kismet.
I'm asking. We're in Buffalo.
Oh, so I went to Kenmore West, and I grew up in the town of Tonawanda, but then I bought
That's
a house
where
in North Tonawanda.
Really? I lived
Yeah.
on Orchard Drive in town of Tonawanda.
Okay.
Which is,
No.
Yeah, you know where the blue airplane is, right?
Of course, my
All
kids
right.
went to that daycare across the street there.
I live right around the corner from
Kenny
there.
Field. That's
And-
Kenny
yeah,
Field.
Kenny Field. Yes. And
So I was on
also-
Northwood.
Yeah,
I grew up on Northwood.
Yeah, don't pay attention. And
Now,
I
did
grew
you
up
two-
Southwood, which is where my my brother-in-law, Dr. Rizzo. I don't know if you remember him.
I don't know.
Okay,
Did
he
you
grew
two,
up on
did,
Southwood.
did you two date? Did you date?
No, it was
No.
literally no. Listen to me. It's like 3 blocks. We all live
It's
around
like
the 3 blocks.
it was like a fork. So you
Yeah.
had Southwood, Northwood, and then
Right.
Paramount
Yeah,
in the middle.
yeah. I know.
I used to do comedy at the Comics Cafe. Man, that's
Okay, I
my
know the
home-
Comics Cafe.
Yeah, Rob Lederman and you know,
I know Rob Lederman. Yeah,
One of
he's
my
got
best
the
friends.
new place now.
yeah, one of my best
Daffodils.
friends. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eh?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. That's right.
We
are
can do an hour of this.
the two kids
Yeah,
from Buffalo. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
They're making it big right here on the Cougar-licious Cub House.
I'm telling you, Buffalo's like 3 degrees of separation.
Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, it's
And,
like that back east. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
And-
from Connecticut, so I understand
Oh,
the
yeah, so you
neighborhoods and
know.
all of that stuff. Yeah. So anyway, so you made it here from Buffalo.
Well, that's where I met ComedySportz was in Buffalo. I got divorced and I had 8-year-old twins, and so I was looking for something to do, and somebody said, "Hey, there's this group performing, this improv group performing at the Riviera Theater." Joe, so I went
Worked
over
there
there
many times.
Yeah, and so I went over there and I saw ComedySportz for the very first time. And what ComedySportz, it's like I hate to use the branding, but it's like, whose line is it anyways on steroids? Basically, you have two teams, a red team and a blue team, that play improv games based on audience suggestion. They make everything up on the spot. They play versus each other. And then here at Mom's Basement, we have a show every Saturday. We give you a blue and a red glow stick, and you
Right.
get to vote for whichever team
Right.
made you laugh. And that team earns points. And
And
after
it's so much fun.
several rounds, they win. Then you can win the match. And of course, we play for pride. We don't play for prizes, but we play for pride, and it gets very competitive.
Yes, and
So
and
that's
and it's relatively early in the evening too when you have it, so it's very family friendly, isn't it?
yes,
Yes.
it's a branded show, so it is family and corporate friendly. It starts at 7 p.m. and it runs about an hour and a half
Mm-hmm.
with a 10-minute break. We offer concession type snacks, like chips and soda
Mm-hmm.
and cookies, that type of stuff. Nothing, we don't, there's no like prepared food there. And it's, you know, if you're going to go to the movies and spend all that money on the movies, why not try live theater with your kids and
That's right.
your teens?
Right.
My kid, as I mentioned, at 8 years old, I took them to the first Comedy Sports show. And now Justin Green, who is my son, is the creative director, and he runs out with me, co-owns Mom's
He's fabulous.
Basement.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's a natural. He always was, which is funny to watch him take our real life stuff and turn it into comedy on stage.
So then did you bring him to the Comedy Sports when he was a young
Yes,
child?
I
So
yes,
that's yeah.
I dragged him to his first class.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to go because he was a teenager,
Yeah.
and he went, and the rest is history. Like,
Right.
it was one of those things that I insisted that he went, and he really took to it. And like I said, he moved out here in 2017,
Yeah.
and there's only the strip comedy. Back then there was a little bit of an improv community, but very little and kind of scattered. And so we wanted to bring Comedy Sports.
So that was in 2017 that you brought it
Well,
here?
he moved in 2017. In 2018, we bought the license and introduced it and started auditioning.
Ah.
And then we met Mark Chinook, who's also a great guy. He owns the Space LV, the Space Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind enough to partner with us in the beginning and give us a place to kind of perform and introduce Comedy Sports. So in 2019, we started performing regularly in the backspace at the space.
Right. I remember
in
seeing
September.
that. Yes, I
Yeah.
remember that space. Mm-hmm.
Right. And then obviously we all know what happened in March of 2020.
Right.
So everybody shut down. And which the nice thing about improv is it's so adaptable, and we were able to really like lean into the online format, and we were able to kind of keep the community together through, online shows and interacting with there's at least 25 other Comedy Sport cities. A lot of cities like Chicago, New York, Houston, San Antonio, Indianapolis. A lot of cities Buffalo has a Comedy Sports, and we were able to kind of all stay together, connected, and still like practice.
This is for you because I mean, you basically came into a town that had very limited resources for improv, and you're building it, and you're building community, and you're becoming incredibly successful. What kind of shows do you have coming up?
So we have all kinds. We have the Comedy Sports is like our flagship show. That's every Saturday at 7. And then typically following that, we have a more adult content. We have shows like Foul Play, where it's really the opposite. It's like a really dirty show if you want to kind of get your night going.
It's risque.
Yeah, risque. Yeah, Blue. That's what they call it. And I leave at that show. I'm the corporate type, so I let the kids do that show.
Yeah, well, I've seen you perform. You're very good. You're very, very
you.
good. Yeah, exciting
Yeah.
to watch you, and very inspirational too. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, we couldn't do it without the people.
Yeah.
The people that come in and they volunteer their time and they volunteer their talent. And I mean, we really just want to have a place for them. There's nothing more rewarding when somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, I really feel like I have a place to come
Mm-hmm.
and I feel accepted and I feel celebrated. And that's just what we want.
Yeah,
Everybody to
yeah.
come and feel good and laugh,
Yeah, exactly. And laugh.
yeah.
We need
Yeah,
to
we
laugh.
actually have an open mic. You should come show them how it's done a little bit, Joe. One of these nights every
Yes.
Sunday.
Yeah,
they have an
on Sundays.
open mic. Yeah.
So, how do people find your? Well, first of all, you're a sponsor on the show, so your logo is on my website. So, if people want to find out about Mom's Basement and Comedy Sports, they could just go to the website, click on the logo, and it will bring it right to your website. But what is your website?
It's Mom's Basement Theater with the RE, theater as community.com.
Okay.
Which in retrospect is kind of a long website, but
Yeah,
that's
but if you
what
just
we
go,
have.
if you go on my website, click on the logo, you'll get there. Okay.
Yeah, or
Well,
CSZ Las Vegas. That's the Comedy Sports
Mm-hmm.
website. So CSZ is a typical shortening of Comedy Sports.
CSZ.
Where exactly are you?
CSZLasVegas.com, and you'll
Where
be able to
exactly are you located?
We're looking at 3441 West Sahara. So it's Sahara near Valley View,
Okay.
about a mile
Mm-hmm.
up from the Palace Station.
I think I know where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a great.
So-
It's a great.
I would
little
love to
theater.
go down there. Yeah. I'd
Yeah,
love to
yeah.
see
We'll
it.
have to go
Yeah.
down there, Louie.
do some
yeah,
open
we'll have to
mic,
go
too.
check it out. Do an open mic.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on, come
Yeah,
over there.
Sunday
Yeah,
nights,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Lana, listen, it has been a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much for
much.
stopping by. Thank you for your sponsorship and supporting the Cougar-licious Cub House. And because that's how we build community, right?
Absolutely. That's all. We're all about community. Come visit us anytime.
Absolutely.
And become part of the community. So
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so there. Look
Small
at that.
world.
The small
I mean, literally,
world.
we live 3 blocks from one another.
That is
There's
unbelievable.
Northwood, Southwood, Orchard Drive.
That's why I say, did you guys ever date? That's a.
Oh, we gotta take these off.
But you never know.
There you go.
You never know.
I gotta clean the wax out of these.
Yeah, that's okay, Louie. You
There is
can,
no
you can take them. There you go.
I clean my ears. You know what? I love you so much. I even took a shower before I came.
Oh, I am thrilled.
Am
I
I-
am.
am I-
thrilled. I was going to say, I knew there was something different about
Oh
you.
yeah. And, you know, it doesn't happen often. It's so nice to be here. This is fun.
It's so nice to have you. So now, when did you come in from Buffalo?
1992.
1992. So
Two,
that's
yes.
been a
I
while.
came out here to do stand up. The day I arrived, my home club where I was supposed to perform, be the house MC, closed. So I became a mortgage loan originator for 30 years and
Wow.
raised my family, put them through college, and bought a home. And
So
you
you
know.
didn't do any comedy during that time, or?
Yes, and when I first came out here, I did, and it's a little different. Back then, it was like there was some venues to work in. You know, there was Catch a Rising Star, and I used to work a lot at the Catch a Rising Star, and then they had the Comedy Store. But the way it was back then, if you were at the Comedy Store, you can't work Catch. You work Catch, you can't work the Comedy Store.
Ah,
And
there were
then you had
two
the
different
Improv, yeah.
venues. They.
And then it became where if I wanted to work Comedy Store, I had to go to LA to audition to come back and work here.
Is that right?
Yeah, even though they know who you were, you know.
They had a comedy store here in Las Vegas?
Yes, at the Dunes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
many
I
years
didn't
ago.
know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that because
Yeah.
there was a comedy store in San Diego where I lived.
Yeah. It used to be at the Dunes,
Yeah, we had San Diego, Los Angeles, but I never knew they were in Las Vegas
which is now
as
the
well.
Bellagio.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. You know, I got out of it for a while, and then I went to go see Steve Pearl. You know Steve.
Yes, love Steve. Hi,
Love-
Steve.
Yeah, how are you, buddy?
Yay.
But I went to go see Steve and my friend Cliff and Ed Regine. We all hung out. You know,
Yeah.
we're best of friends, all of us.
Right, right.
So we went to go see Steve, and you know how they have openers before the headliner, and they were bad. Oh, they were sad. So Cliff goes to me, he goes, So Cliff goes to me, he goes, Louie, why don't you get back into him? At first I thought, nah. I said, well, I'm getting retired too. I got to give me something to do. So I did. I did open mics for a year, and then before I started getting some paid gigs, and you know, and my act is basically about growing old. You know, things that happen to you that didn't happen to you 40 years ago. You know what I mean? You know, I used to have pecs, you know, working out. Now I got boobs. And they're getting
We were
big.
just talking
Oh,
about that on my last show.
And they're getting bigger.
About how some men need to keep their shirts on.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Mine are so bad. Last week I went for a mammogram. You know, that's how bad they are. So thank God, no cancer. But anyways, yeah, I mean, just getting old, you know. And I just turned 70 in September.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah, I'm old. yeah.
happy birthday.
You know, some women still think I got, I'm eye candy. Of course, I got cataracts, but, but hey, you got to get what you can get. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've been married 50 years. Beautiful woman. Love my wife to death. She keeps telling me you're going to love me to death until the day you are dead. So anyway, I got a sweetheart of a wife. What I love about my wife, she keeps. When we came out here, it was just the four of us. I got my two boys, my wife, and I.
That's really
yeah,
quite a
yeah.
transition,
It
though.
was, and and the kids were
especially back
teenagers.
in '92.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And the kids
things-
were teenagers. Yeah, I got to tell you the story.
All right.
When we moved out here, before we moved out here, we took a trip out here. So my kids, you're taking them out of their grammar school. They're getting ready to go to high school, and they're losing all their friends and they're starting all over again. So we drove out here, and we took the southern route. So we get to Boulder City,
Okay.
and I looked at my kids, and we had the country music. You know how Boulder City
Yeah.
is, right? So I looked around and I said, "Welcome to Vegas." They looked at each other and went, "No, country music in Boulder City." Well, actually, we went a little further and they seen the strip and
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Well, that's a little different.
And so then we moved out here, and I never regret the moment we moved. I love Buffalo. I go back every year, see family and friends.
And you go back in a time of year when it's reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
July.
like spring. Yeah, July.
I got
something
3
like
week.
that.
I got a 3 week window, and I took it, because after that you wear parkas. Before that you wear parkas. So I got that 3 week window.
Right.
So, but going back, getting our traditional foods that we have out there, and seeing old friends.
What do you miss the most in terms of the foods?
You know what?
Because you are Italian.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good Italian food
Well,
on the East Coast.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're doing pretty good here.
Yeah, we are.
You know,
Yeah,
when I first came out here, it was but pizza is still
yeah, it's still questionable.
make it traditional.
Yeah.
Over here it's like
Are you thin crust or thick crust?
either way.
Yeah?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay.
Food is food.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because I read, out here 3 Michelin stars. If they were 3 Michelin stars, our parents were 10 Michelin stars because they made something out of nothing.
Absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
were poor.
Yeah, did you grow up poor?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? How poor were you?
How poor?
Yeah.
Put it this way: we had hamburger helper, but we only could afford the helper. Okay, give you an idea how poor we were. In fact, my mother, if she will have patented this idea, she's the original maker of macaroni and cheese.
Is that right?
Yeah, with the government cheese that we got.
Right.
She knows what to do with it. It's
Right.
American cheese. They're Italian. What do we know?
What do you do with this?
And she boiled it up a little bit, put a little pasta, American cheese.
Look at this, it
If she would
melts.
have
This is
patented it, you
nice.
know how rich we'd be?
I know. I know. What was your mother's name?
Maria.
Maria. Maria's macaroni and cheese. I could
Maria?
see it already.
Oh,
I could
yeah.
see it. Maria's.
And you know what's funny? I see my son John. I got an 8-year-old grandchild. Gives him $40 a week allowance.
$40 a
You know
week.
what I had? 6 cents.
6 cents.
When I was 8 years old, 6 cents a week. And she couldn't even give it to me at one time. It was like 3 cents on a Tuesday and 3 cents on a Friday. You know what
You
I
had
used
to
buy?
earn it.
You know what I used to
You
buy?
had to earn it.
Oh, yeah. Bazooka bubblegum and Simpsons. Remember Simpsons?
I do.
They were little purple. They
Yeah.
were so good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I know when, again, when I was a toddler,
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say, my grandmother, she always spoke Italian.
that's my mother. Same thing.
They
She
never spoke English.
right.
That's it. They spoke Italian, and I never understood a word she said. Okay, but I knew if I stood there long enough, I'd get a quarter. So I would just stand there and just nod my head.
You
and
know
let
what
her
funny?
talk.
Where did the quarter come from?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The little person that they
The little purse.
Yeah,
and she
yeah,
got it all tied
yeah,
up
yeah. In a napkin or a handkerchief.
Handkerchief.
Yes, yeah.
There you go.
And you get the quarter.
There you go.
Or a nickel or
Yeah.
whatever
Whatever
they
they
had.
can
You'd get
afford.
something. You'd
Whatever
get
they,
something.
Right, whatever they could afford, And it's grown up. And don't get me wrong. My parents were loving as you can possibly
Well,
get.
that's just it. I mean, the community and the sense of family. I mean, who knew? You didn't know this was your ecosystem, and you were rich
Right.
with love and attention and just good food all
Well,
the time.
I grew up west side of Buffalo at the time was all Italians, and I used to come home from school, and my father never drove. It was always the bus, the bus. So if they weren't home when I got home, and I'd be like in first grade, my neighbor would bring me in. I ate at his house. You know,
Right.
Same thing, vice versa.
Right. It was, it was that little phrase that they coined, several years ago. It takes a village.
Right.
It does take a village.
Absolutely.
And everybody looks out for each other,
Yeah.
and that's what we need. I kind of think we need to get back to that.
Yeah, it's never going to happen.
You don't think so?
No, it's never going to happen. You know, I see, all kidding aside, I see Mexicans community. They kind of bond together.
Yeah.
And God bless them. And people make fun of them. No, you shouldn't.
No.
Those are nice people.
No, absolutely.
You
And
then
I've always
they keep that family tradition
I've
together.
always said that the Hispanic culture and the Italian
Absolutely.
culture
It's
are
almost
very
identical.
similar. And I noticed that when I moved from Connecticut to San Diego, I had never really experienced knowing the
Right.
Hispanic culture. There was no Hispanics in Connecticut back in the 70s.
No, I got you.
I never had a taco until I
got you.
came here. But the one thing I did notice as I got into understanding, it was very similar. Even
Oh,
their
absolutely.
foods are similar.
Yeah, in a lot of ways they are.
Like a big platter of enchiladas
Right,
is like a big platter of manigot,
Right,
right? I mean, it's
exactly.
like you feed a lot of people with a little. So this is to all of our Hispanic friends out there.
Yes.
We love you.
Absolutely. Good people.
We love you.
Good people.
Yeah. So anyway, you were also talking a little bit earlier. We were talking about the opportunities that are here in Vegas now for people who are getting into comedy.
Yeah, there's a lot of open mic. If you want to do open mic, there's one every night. There's two every night. What I find, there's a lot of comics, that I see that are I think they have an opportunity. Okay, I mean, but then you have comics that have 10 minutes of material, and which is fine. But if you die, don't go to the next week and go to the same show in 10 minutes, the same 10 minutes, and die again. By
right.
the third time, you better get rid of it, because if it ain't working. A lot of people can't comprehend that. They think, oh, mine's funny. No, you're not pleasing yourself. You're pleasing them.
Right, exactly.
And that's what I learned. I mean,
I think it's interesting, with the open mics, it gives you an opportunity to test your material.
absolutely.
Yeah, to see whether or not it's hitting or, whether the
also read
delivery.
your room.
Pardon me?
Read your room. If you got 50, 60, 70-year-old people sitting in the audience, don't be blue, because it ain't going to work.
Right.
Get rid of the blueness. And the same thing when you're younger. I mean, I'll give you an idea, an example. I used to watch the old D. Martin specials.
Yes, me too.
Funnier than could possibly get. To this day, I still crack up. Not one foul word.
Right. You don't need
Not
it.
one.
Right.
And I just seen the roast the other day of who was it? The little guy, Kevin Hart. Every other word, the whole show. It's like, really?
Yeah.
We've gotten to that now?
Not necessary.
And I talk to a lot of comics, younger comics, and I say, you got to watch, Jackie Byrne and Jackie Gale. These are guys that I remember. They say, who?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Know your history.
Shecky Green.
Right. Know your
Yeah,
history.
yeah.
Jackie, Pat Cooper. These are legends.
Yeah, yeah.
I have lunch with Pete Barbuti. I don't know if you know who Pete Barbuti is.
I do.
One of the funniest comics you'll ever want to see. The best. He just turned 92. In fact, we had a little luncheon for him. Really a class act. And I see these guys, and it's funny because I sit at this luncheon. It's a once-a-month luncheon for the guys. Cliff Lawrence puts it together.
Oh, that's right. They only allow guys.
They only allow guys, sorry. I sit with Pete and Artie Schreck. You know who Artie Schreck is?
No.
Artie Schreck is one of the best arrangers in town. Frankie Valli? That part that goes
Yes.
da 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 da.
Yeah.
That's Artie. Artie's a great arranger.
Oh, he arranged it.
Yeah,
He's
he
the
arranged
guy.
it, right.
Wow.
I sit there and listen to their stories, and I just sit there. I don't say a word. Those are stories that they talk about, that they experienced, that I can never dream of.
Yeah, I just don't think that that's the vibe anymore for
And his wife,
newcomers.
Artie Schreck's wife, Linda November. Don't mean word to you. Remember, meow, 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 meow.
Yeah,
meow.
yeah, I do.
That's Linda. She did 20,000 commercials.
Wow.
Right. The American Airlines, Pepsi, all those. Nice people. We have them over all the time. Nicest people. They're in their 80s. God bless them. But getting back to comedy, there's less venues to work, man. You got to pay to play now. It's getting bad.
It gets a little testy,
Yeah.
and to see, because that's the clubs or the casinos or the lounges don't support the acts anymore.
No.
And I mean, that used to be a draw,
Absolutely.
into their casinos.
Absolutely.
And it would be nice to see them come back a little bit and support.
You know what's so sad? Louis Prima, in today's market, would be doing open mic.
Right.
I hate to say it because Louis Prima was a legend.
Well, like
But
I
because
said,
they didn't have those venues here today.
well, again, they don't have the casinos or the lounges supporting that kind of
When I came
entertainment.
out here in 1992, my wife and I were in love with Earl Turner. You ever see Earl Turner?
No.
One of the best acts at that time you would ever want to see. Best lounge act by far. Nobody was better. Now the poor guy's doing cruise ships because there's no venues.
Right.
Okay.
So let that be a note to you out there in casino land.
Yeah.
We think we should start supporting more comedy, more lounge acts, more singers. Well, you know who does a good job is the composers room. They bring
they do
people
well.
in.
Yeah.
They're bringing shows in like that.
But again,
Yeah.
that's pay to play. You got to rent the room.
Well, yeah, and that's another the pay to play
Yeah.
thing, right? And that's
Yeah.
what I've experienced too. So it would be really wonderful if you guys did that. We'd really appreciate. Louie, I don't believe this, but do you see the time?
Yeah.
We are running out of time already. Already, I can't believe this. This is just kind of like flown by the whole thing.
I've known you now for a few years. And we kind of basically started in comedy again out here. I don't know how much prior to.
Well, I just came here in 2018, and
Right.
I started in comedy
so,
back then. So you've been around a lot longer in comedy than me.
Right, but here locally, like I said, there's some good comics out here. Just keep stroking. That's all I tell you. Do your open mic, know your room, read your room,
and take advantage of
and
opportunities.
take advantage of opportunities. You know,
Yeah,
you're not
that's
always going to get paid. I mean, I do a lot of freebies, and which is fine because stage time is the most important thing you'd ever want to do.
That's right.
And if there's an older comic willing to give you advice, listen. Truthfully, listen.
Perfect way to
Because-
close the
yeah.
show out. I do have to close the show out. Yeah, I can't believe this. So before we go, I just want to thank our sponsors because we have several sponsors now on the show. It's fabulous. We have Linder Health Skincare. We have Web and Funnel. We've got Mom's Basement, ComedySportz, so we just had them on. We have Go Ledgerly, which is an online tax consultant company. Caldwell Banker, my friend Laurel Caprio out in Arizona, and the Balkan Bar and Grill. And the Balkan Bar is going to be starting up some shows too. So
Okay.
they're very, very
Great.
supportive. So we thank them. And if you're interested in becoming a sponsor as well, you can go onto the website, my website, and to our sponsor page. You could see the different programs we have. You can be on the show, be interviewed, come in the studio, whatever, see what program works for you. And remember to please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe because that's the way we keep this channel going. And I appreciate you so much for doing that. So, Louie,
Thank you for having me.
thank you for coming
Yes.
on. This has been a thrill.
And
Just
support Donna.
absolutely.
She gives us an opportunity as entertainers in this town to showcase ourselves.
Yes.
Got to see the personal side of us as opposed to the business side.
So, bye for now.
Bye-bye.